This is going to be the 8th grade video for surface area of cylinders plus a little bit of review. Taking a look at the very first one here, we've got two different formulas that we're going to have to work with. For our lateral surface area, again, lateral surface area is just like the outside, not counting the circles here. We are going to use 2 pi r h. For total surface area, we are going to be using 2 pi r h, but we are also going to have 2 times pi r squared. So that's going to be including the circles and everything on it. All we have to do on this one is we just have to identify two parts. We have to be able to identify the radius, which is halfway across the circle. So r on this one is 10. And we also have to be able to identify the height, which is the distance between those two bases. So all we are going to do is plug these numbers into the calculator. So we are going to do, for lateral surface area, we would do 2 times pi times the radius, which is 10, times the height, which is 9. We can simply plug that into the calculator and get an answer back out. That gives us a value of 565.2 meters squared. Again, this part right here, what the answer we just came up is the same thing as that there. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in that 565.2. And again, I'm going to have to add on 2 times 3.14 times the radius squared. Again, we can get a value back out from that. We get 1193.2. And that, again, that will be meters squared because we're dealing with area. On these other ones, make sure you know whether you are dealing with the radius or the diameter. This one gives us the radius. On number 3 and number 4, this one is also giving us the radius. On number 4, they give us the diameter, which is all the way across. So your radius on number 4 would be 12. Make sure you know which one you're working with. If you have questions, make sure you come into the tutorials for this part. I'm going to review 2 other types of problems for you guys in case you have any other questions on rectangular prisms and triangular prisms. Taking a look at number 11. So if we were trying to find the lateral and total surface area, lateral surface area is just P times H. Total surface area is PH plus 2B. So 2 areas of the base. So our base on this one, I'm going to call it the one down here on the bottom. And what we need to know before we get going, we need to find P, we need to find H, and we need to find area of the base. P is the perimeter. So of that rectangle I have down here on the bottom is going to be 9 by 2, and then we have 9 over there and a 2 over there. So we have to add these numbers together. And we get a value of 22 inches. Our height is just the distance between the top and the bottom, or the two bases. So our height is 7. And now for area of the base, well, for area of a rectangle, we do base times height, which is going to be the same thing as doing 9 times 2. So our area of our base is 18. Now we can just plug in numbers. So for lateral surface area, we would do 22 times 7, and we get 154. For lateral surface area, again, this part we already know is 154. We are going to add that to 2 times the area of the base, which is that 18. And we get 190. And I left off the inches squared on this. Again, I'm going to do one more for you. I'm going to take a look at number 16 because I know that one's been rough for some people on this. Again, we are using lateral surface area, which is just P times H. Total surface area is going to be PH plus 2B. And we need to know P, H, and B before we get going on this. Our triangle down here on the bottom is going to be our base. And we have to add the sides. 7, this side over here is also 7, and this side over here is 6. So we have to add 7 plus 6. We get a value of 20 meters. Our height is the distance between the two triangles. So our height is 5, and our area of our base another part people have been getting confused on. I'm looking at just the red triangle, and I need to look at wherever the 90-degree angle is. So on this will be my height right here. I'm sorry, that will be my base. I misspoke. That's my base. This is my height. Because on triangles, we do base times height divided by 2. So we would do 7 times the 5.4 divided by 2. And we get a value of 18.9. Again, from here, we can just plug in the numbers that we've got and get this worked out. So for lateral surface area, we're going to do the 20 times 5. And we get a value of 100 meters squared. Again, this part I already know is 100. So now I have to do plus 2 times the area of the base, which is 5. When you work these out, you get 110. Guys, if you have questions on these, make sure you come to tutorials so I can help you out.